Through a lot of conversation with Res Life staff and other people in student affairs and people outside of student affairs, we decided that giving you the information and putting the system in place that we thought was reasonable, we could move forward and be able to have safe parties for students who are 21 years old. It does take a little spontaneity out of the party scene because we're asking you to reserve it. We're not limiting the number of parties, which if you look at other college or university campuses, sometimes in the apartment area or the area where most of the 21-year-olds are, they only allow so many parties per column of apartments or number of suites or whatever. And again, we chose to go to a more cooperative agreement and hope that our students will choose to just be responsible and we don't have to limit the number of parties. The other thing is that we choose also not to require all people in the suites to be of the same age. So we need to be fair to everybody. If you have suite mates who aren't 21, does that mean you can't ever have a party? No. You know, we wanted to be reasonable about this. We have to be reasonable about occupancy rate and pay attention to the fire marshal. One of the issues that I was faced with before I even stepped foot on campus when I was hired was the fire marshal's concern and the numbers that they were saying could be in each room. A total of 15 in a 5 or 6 person suite, not to exceed 25. Underage persons in possession of alcohol or found to be consuming alcohol or who are intoxicated, as well as the room host who permitted the violation, will be in violation of the Code of Conduct. We are an educational institution, so there's a reasonable time when you should have parties. So parties are not going to be granted, no reservations will be granted from Sunday through Thursday, unless there's special permission granted by me. All parties must stop serving alcohol at 12 a.m. and all noise must be consistent with the quiet hours by 12 a.m. So, now we are consistent with our quiet hour policy. Reservations must be submitted no later than Friday at noon of the respective weekend. The policy is in effect now, and we want people to cooperate with us.
I don't see many students being very excited about the new policies. I haven't heard of anyone who have agreed with a lot of them, especially the limit on alcohol and the alcohol having to be in cans if it's provided that way at the store. Those are 2 rules that I've seen many students being very upset about.
It's not really changing much. You know people are probably not going to follow the rule. I think you gotta know students, like 30 beers is not going to be enough for a party. Come on, man, that's just not realistic here. You gotta think right. It's like alcohol is just really big around here for underage drinking, sadly. But like kids like to drink to spend their weekend. I don't, but you just know that the other kids do, and it's just a really bad idea.